third day outpouring at Pentecost and beyond. And they changed the world. Until that time of the third day rains ended. And the body of Messiah, instead of being anti-establishment, anti-state, the thing that stood as an alternate, the church became the state. Church and state married. And that became the institution, the religious institution of the time. And the Jewish believer became extinct. And Jerusalem was trampled down by Gentiles, as Yeshua himself prophesied. But he said, until the time of the Gentiles is fulfilled. So that was meant to be a temporary time. There will be a time that Jerusalem will be trampled down until that time is fulfilled. That happened in 1967. You know what else happened in 1967? Rebirth of Messianic Judaism. The resurrection of the Jewish believer. In first time in 2,000 years, the Jewish believer resurrects. The first time that is seen since those bands of Jews changed the world and then were killed. Now, the Jewish believer, the Messianic Jew, and the Messianic Gentile who grabs into them is back, baby. Is back. So it is a fulfillment of prophecy. So I believe that Adonai, because at the end of this thing, the last people that are going to accept him are the first people. They are the last to accept him. It said that his word goes forth, and it will accomplish what it was set forth to do, and then it will return. Yeshua is the word. He was sent forth from Jerusalem to accomplish in the world what he wants to accomplish, and then he will return to Jerusalem. So you are a fulfillment of prophecy, and I do believe that we are going to see a time when the Messianics are going to be like this Goshen for the world. Yes. Where judgment is coming, and like the Messianic movement is like, I don't know how it's going to operate, but I believe that God's going to pour out his Spirit because it's going to be for them. It's going to be for the Jewish people. Right. And every one of you here is a fulfillment of that prophecy. Yes. It says, in that day, the most feeble among us will be like King David, who is the forerunner of Yeshua. And the house of David will be like God. The house of David. David is the foreshadow of Yeshua. David is Yeshua because Yeshua comes from him. Who is the house of Yeshua? You. You. So if you're feeling like, I don't think I have spiritual gifts, I don't see it happening to me, this is why the prophet said that the most feeble among will be like King David. Will be like Mashiach himself.
Hallelujah. Beautiful.